Welcome back to another RuneScape video today. Today, I decided I wanted to kill 1000 Kurasks to see what kind of loot we could get from them. So they're a decent little creature to kill, honestly. After the couple hours that was spent doing this, as you'll see at the end of the video, it was actually quite worth our time, I would argue. Now, I'm rocking some tier 70 and 80 gear, you know, some armadillo, some chaotic stuff, so I'm putting these guys down pretty quick. But, you know, whether you're rocking some average gear or not, you're probably still going to average a couple mil an hour, as long as your combat is high enough, and you have 70 Slayer required to kill these level 78 Kurasks. Now, they are in the Fremennik Slayer dungeon, and they're pretty easy to get to. If you want, you can Google how to get to the Fremennik dungeon. Of course, this is a members thing, but I just wanted to see what would happen if I killed 1,000 of them. Now, they do drop quite a bit of seeds and bananas and a lot of flax as well. They do have some unique drops like the light mystic robe tops and the Kurask boots. As time goes on, we'll see what kind of luck I had with those. I did have a little bit of luck, which was nice, definitely better than the abyssal demons in the past and the black demons as well. I am running a spring cleaner just to break things down and save some inventory space, as well as the gem bag you see in my inventory. Now, if you don't have a spring cleaner, which is fine, it's just an item you get from Treasure Hunter. I'm unsure if there's another way to get it, or if you still can, but if not, your items are just going to be like the adamant medium salvage or the large salvage, and all the spring cleaner does is convert those to cash for me, so nothing too crazy. If you sold them, you'd get roughly around the same anyways. So I'm also running the vampiric aura, which allows me to get 5% health back when I'm dealing damage to these enemies, so I don't really need to bring as much food with me, which is quite nice. It saves me some inventory space and allows me to carry more loot as well. So this was, you know, not too bad of a grind. I would say in total, give or take, to kill 1,000 of these, it took like maybe a little under or over 3 hours. So I mean, not too bad, to be honest. Just a decent little grind, you know, on a Saturday or whatever if you got the time. Not too bad to make some quick GP. And, you know, I always hear people asking, like, you know, what's a good way to make money? What are good creatures to kill to make money? So that's kind of what this series is about. And, you know, I'm doing some high-level stuff right now, but I am going to dumb it down and, you know, go as low as goblins, to be honest. I'm going to do every single creature I can. Anything from strike worms all the way down to goblins and cows and chickens. I'm going to do membership ones. I'm going to do free-to-play ones. So that way there's creatures for both people and things that they have to look forward to in the future to killing to making money. Now, Slayer is a bit of a grind at the start, but once you get your Slayer up there and you're killing gargoyles or aquanites or Kurasks, like, you're making some good money. It just does take some time, just like anything else in life, really. Now, I enjoy doing Slayer myself, you know, getting the Slayer tasks. You get your Slayer helm, you get teleports. You know, I'm rocking a Mask of Kurasks here, which keeps count of my kills, as well as allows me to teleport directly to the dungeon. I also have my Helm of the Aquanites here, just so I can teleport, because I think you only get 2 teleports per helmet per day. So I was using those to kind of get here quickly when I needed to do bank runs or anything. And they're also an excellent source of hard clue scrolls. I got quite a few of those between these guys and the black demons, abyssal demons. I'll probably do a video on how many, like, what I get from all the hard clue scrolls there, so that'll be for another video down the road here. Also, I'd like to mention the seed prices right now are completely inaccurate. It's kind of messing with my intentions here. So there was an update. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but some drops have been messed with by some boss or something. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot about it, but you can sell like your Fellstock seeds. Like, they're only priced at like 6,000. Right now they're at 7,000, but you can put them in the GE for 15,000 each. And these guys drop quite a few of them. To be honest, you're making some good cash. Seed prices are through the roof right now. I highly encourage you to sell all of your seeds, whatever you have. Get them out now, because you're going to get the most money for them at this time. It is absolutely bananas what people are having to pay for them right now. Like, I can't believe that this is happening. But hey, you know, I don't really do farming or have a need for seeds myself, so it's really not my problem. I'm just making money off the people whose problem it is. So, you know, that's just the way she goes sometimes. But, you know, we're making some decent cash here. We're getting along, getting closer to our mark, and we've got a couple mystic rope tops. Now, the only issue with these is they don't exactly sell for the price that they're coming up as. Now, I've had a few in the past, and I literally had to put them in for 1 gold coin because they don't sell. They're priced at 36. I would mark them as 20. I would mark them as 10, mark them as 5k. Does not work. They didn't sell, and you know what? That's fine. As long as it's gone, getting rid of, I don't care. I could care less about how much I get. It's just the way she goes. Oh, and also, these guys drop an insane amount of emeralds very regularly. If you can go ahead and acquire a gem bag, I highly recommend it because it allows you to hold up to 100 of each gem, being emerald, sapphire, ruby, and diamonds. It does not really hold 1,000 of the dragon stones. In fact, it doesn't hold any at all. But of the 4 core ones that could drop the most, it is handy to not have to take up your inventory space and just go straight in the gem bag. So what I'm going to do with that is when I get back to the GE to sell all this, I'm going to put it into my bank and then note them. That way I can withdraw them as the 100 and then sell them. And also, when you have these masks on, it's pretty cool. When you get to 1,000 kills of the creature that the mask is for, you can transform into them. So I'm at the GE sometimes transforming into black demons or whatever, you know, the Kurasks, the Aqua Knights, or the gargoyles, and people are just like, wow, what's that? Like, how are you doing that? It's pretty cool, you know. The masks were a thing that came out many years ago, and I put some money into Treasure Hunter, and, you know, it was just like $100, bought some keys, admittedly, whatever, you know, everyone does it now and then. And ended up getting a bunch of the masks. I got a bunch of the skilling outfits, like the Artisan, Divination, all that stuff. Like, I got a whole bunch of useful stuff, which is super handy. Especially the masks for these teleports. Now, everything here is selling for pretty good money, you know. We got some solid GP just from drops in our spring cleaner, breaking apart those drops that we get, the adamant salvage, the ruin salvage, the medium, small, large pieces, etc., which gave us a good amount of GP to start with. Like, we're already up a good amount of money, and we're selling all our loot here, and we're just gonna make more. And this was, again, like maybe 3 hours of work, and we're making some solid cash. Kurasks I would highly recommend. You could also bring broad bolts as well. I believe those are more effective against the Kurasks, which is kind of ironic given they drop this stuff to make them, but that's just the way she goes. So we're gonna sell all this and see kind of what we get and whether our 3 hours of work was worth our time. I very much strongly believe it was. I would put the Kurasks at the top of our list so far. They definitely provide more money. They're definitely worth your time. They give you more hard clue scrolls from my experience. So, and you know, you get a good amount of charms from them too. And as you can see, you know, we got a couple lucky drops. We got 2 Kurask boots. We got 3 mystic robe tops. But again, I don't know if they're going to sell for their full price. We're going to see what happens. And also, on top of these, you know, loot from 1,000 of this creature or 500 of this or whatever it might be, I also want to find things that are easy to flip and make money and make guides on those, like, you know, fletching different kinds of bows, you know, the material cost versus the income cost. And also, I'd like to note that I'm not high elking any of the loot that I get. This is straight drop to sell. That's just what I'm doing here. So that's the way we're going to do it. We're going to sell these, see what we get for them. You know, not too bad, but that's just the way she goes sometimes. You know, some things sell high, some sell low. Sometimes you got to mark them as low as they go just to get rid of them. That's me. I'm too impatient to wait for things to sell, you know. I just want straight results as quickly as possible. So I'm just going to mark things down, see what we actually get for them, what the actual value is. That way we can kind of have an idea as to what's going on here. So we'll get rid of these boots. I thought about keeping a pair for myself, but I mean, I can just buy another pair if I want a pair anyways. Let's see if these sell for 10. Okay, well, I guess not 10k. I'm just going to put them in for 1 GP, get rid of them, screw it, that's okay. And yeah, what kind of creatures do you guys like to kill? Whether it's Slayer, whether it's Member, whether it's free to play, like what do you like to do to make money? Are you big into bossing? Do you like selling, you know, the loot from chickens, whether that's just selling a bunch of feathers and the raw meat, which honestly adds up at a decent rate. Like if you're free to play, doing chickens is something that's super underrated. Or even if you want to go to the cows and get their hides and sell them, like everyone needs them for crafting. There's so many ways to make money in this game, and that's what I really want to cover here, is from the mobs to the loot to just anything to help new players or returning players like myself. Like I just started playing again a few weeks ago, and I'm just getting back into RS3, and I do play old school as well, and you know, I'll upload that content later down the road, but you know, I still have a ton to learn myself. Also check out that fat stack of protein stuff, you know, that's some good stuff right there. So anyways, we killed 1,000 Kurasks, we made some decent money, we got a good couple mil out of it. I would say they're definitely worth checking out. They're at the top of our list 100% so far as to ratio of income versus time spent killing them. So definitely give them a check out if you can. If you can't, grind that Slayer and get to it. And I will see you in the next video for the next creature. Let's get it.